Got it.
Smooth 98.1, and you are tuned in to Smooth Breakfast with Victa, Pepple
and Sope Martins. Right now, it's time for Business Express Tech Friday. Rotus joins us. Hi, Rotus.
Hey, good morning. Hi, good morning, guys. Good morning, Lagos. Good morning, Fisayo.
Yes. You know Fisayo is here by his voice. Fisayo Durojaiye, good morning.
Yes, good morning, Sope. Good morning, Lagos. Good morning, Rotus. And yeah.
Yes, and yay, thank God it's Tech Friday on Business Express. Do make sure you are joining us, by radio or up on youtube.com/smooth981FM Lagos, where we are streaming live right for you to put your comments up under that live stream to join the conversation and send WhatsApp messages into
0809-444-0981.
We're also up on Twitter at Smooth981FM, at Rotanquote, and at Aremo Fisayo. There you have all the handles that you need to join the conversation. Tag anybody. We're all here for you. Okay, so people, we've been kind of talking about this off air already. So should we start off with the TIngo story?
Just agri. We're just gonna talk. We're gonna talk agri-tech. Just agri-tech in general, more general.
Okay.
Yeah. So I know, Fisayo, is agri-tech, is that the hottest space in the technology sector in Nigeria?
First, why are you always looking for heat?
No, you look, I'm just, it's what the people want. I'm just giving the people what they want. That's all.
I don't think agri-tech is hot. I don't think it's ever going to be. I think that people are already exploring. Okay, so there's this concept in tech called embedded fintech, right? So imagine an HR company, then providing loans to the staff of the company that are providing payroll for, right? Their business is essentially payroll, but they embedded fintech into it, right? So that's why the argument is that many companies will become fintech eventually, or every company is eventually a fintech because of the embedded fintech feature that is able to work across almost any company. So you don't have to be a loan company to provide loans. That's essentially what this is. So for agri-tech, what we've found is that a lot of times embedding fintech into agriculture is almost like a no-brainer. The farmers have input problem. They don't have ability to be able to buy the kind of input they want. Even when they sell, they need some maybe working capital type loans. They need money for fertilizer. If you look at those financial problems that these farmers have, you could easily build a fintech or embedded fintech around that. But not just for the farmers, but across the value chain. So if you are even a middleman, you need some money to be able to advance your buying of the products before you sell and flip it across to the other part. If you are a processor, right, you might need some advance to be able to buy these goods from, so there is always an opportunity to always lend or infuse payment into the agricultural value chain. And I think that is one of the things that is driving, growth across agri-tech specifically, is the embedded fintech feature of it. I remember about last month that wasn't it? Thrive Agric announced that they've raised about close to $50 million or something around that amount to be able to participate in the what's it called, commodities type trading, agri-commodity type trading business, which again is some form of fintech, but again focused on the agri space. So embedded fintech is a huge part of any vertical as we continue to expand in our industry, I guess.
Okay, you mentioned expanding in our industry. Can it get past the infrastructure issues in Nigeria?
Infrastructure is always going to be a pain, right? There's an argument for and against, right? So, but I think I'm on the side of the argument for. As much as we try to do stuff without the government support, as much as we try our best to ensure that we continue to build a viable industry for ourselves, right? I think that there's always a clog in the wheel of progress, essentially, right? And that is always infrastructure, right? There's some problems that many tech entrepreneurs in other developed markets will never have, right? And that allows them to build faster, grow faster and become, unicorns faster, right? But in Nigeria, you have to figure out a way, how do I handle this problem? How do I, solve this power problem? How do I solve this truckers problem? How do I solve this, middleman's, problem? I mean, I was talking to an agri-tech founder that is into commodities trading herself, right? And of course, one of the issues they're having is the quality. So they will have told you, okay, I'm buying cashew nut. And of course, inside the cashew nut, because of the tons, they now put stones as part of it, right? So as you're measuring the cashew, you have less cashew seeds because they've packed a few non-cashew things into your goods. And these are issues that you might not have in other markets, right? So I'm saying that, outside of just infrastructure problem, there are just, issues around human beings being primitive, right? And these are issues that you continue to face and build against as you continue to build, I guess.
All right. Let's quickly get to streaming. Let's talk streaming. I'm not sure. I'm guessing this news might make you a bit happy that CNN Plus is shutting down. I don't know if you heard the news recently. I wanted to get your thoughts on that. And also Netflix losing almost 40% of its market value after the subscriber numbers. Bill Ackman of Pershing Square, private equity billionaire, selling all of his stake. So one by one, I guess we'll start with CNN Plus, and we get to Netflix. I'm going to get your thoughts on what's happening in the streaming space.
I guess I should not gloat over an enemy's misfortune, right? But again, I guess I think that we need to look at some of the things that are happening, right? And be able to take lessons from it, right? Of course, while you're making this seem, I'm trying to be an analyst, an unbiased analyst here. It is so right. So it's unfortunate that it is so unfortunate that CNN is or CNN Plus is shutting down after, of course, the sale to Discovery, right? Knowing that it just started, just barely a couple of months ago, like maybe 30 days or 1 month ago. And of course, I think the sadder part is that they've employed so many people, including Chris Wallace of Fox News, or the mole in Fox,
yeah.
Yeah, so now the guy is jobless because he joined CNN. I mean, it's so...
No. They've given all their employees 90 days to find another job with CNN.
Yeah, but currently, his current status is single and searching. Sorry. I mean,
work.
So was this some sort of test transmission or something?
No. So, it wasn't a text transmission. So the company was sold, was acquired by Discovery. Right, and the company like, okay, this CNN Plus, I don't know what your plans are, but this is not part of the future plans. So please shut it down.
It would have been a very expensive test. Something. It was $300 million
$300 million have been spent on content. Yes,
already.
Right,
and after 1 month, you fold up.
After 1 month, yes. Right, so because Discovery said it's not going to be part of his future plans, so Chris Wallace has to go and look for another job now, and I don't know who is going to employ him. Right, maybe just go back to CNN or something and just contribute to the fake news that's already happening there. But again,
you say Fox, Chris Wallace,
but
no.
Yeah,
he wasn't meant for Fox.
It wasn't meant for Fox. Yeah, it was too liberal for a conservative channel. So again, I guess we'll just have to wish him well. We wish him all the best in his future endeavors. We'll tell him next time to look before he leaps, to ensure that he doesn't just join a channel because CNN is even CNN, the CNN TV station itself has been losing streaming viewership because they don't have Trump to gloat over again. So every opportunity they have, they're looking for a way to drag in Trump into, say, Biden's all misfortunes, because Trump was the one that gave them the listenership that they had. Now that Trump is no longer president, they've always declined. But guess what? Their counterpart in Fox have always continued to, improve their viewership over and over again. So it tells us something about,
that's what I say when it comes to stories.
I'm just looking at data. It's just data.
No,
it's just data.
What I'm saying is when you have a good villain to fight against, right?
Yes.
It always
exactly.
makes your story better.
makes us exactly so. But now that the villain is no longer in power, they're looking for every opportunity to make someone else Trump. They've tried to make, Ron DeSantis Trump. They've tried to make, the Texas governor Greg Abbott Trump. They've tried to make even Fox hosts, as the new Trump. Right. But it doesn't seem to be working out yet. Right. So I guess we have to figure out a way to ensure that, yes, they keep the listenership up. But over the last 3 years, it's drastically dropped, especially when the new president is not as exciting. He's always blaming Putin for his own bad habits. Right. He's always blaming the external forces.
To get to Netflix,
takes no responsibility for anything. Takes no responsibility for anything. Just blames Putin for high gas prices, blames Putin for inflation, blames Putin for everything that happens to him. It's just, terrible precedent by all measure. But
is Netflix blaming Putin for what's going on with them? Because we need to get to that story.
Yeah. Okay. So regarding Netflix, right? Again, I think that I remember Elon Musk tweeted something that is waiting for the Ukrainian war to stop so that Netflix will come up with an original where an Ukrainian gay person meets a Russian gay soldier, and then somehow they build a story around that. I mean, again, this idea that you have to create content to fit a certain groups of people so that you don't offend too many people doesn't make sense in the long run. I think that this is some of the things that Netflix is has to deal with going forward. Of course, they lost a few subscriber numbers. The revenue still grew. So I don't know why I think people are, number one, overreacting, but I also think that Netflix content strategy needs to improve drastically. Nobody wants to get involved in politics. Just give us great content and move on. You're not a political party, even though, yes, we know you're is a member of the Democratic Party, but don't allow your political leanings, because you're alienating a large portion of your viewership. Right? If 80 million people voted for Trump, as much as you don't like him, that is 80 million people that won't subscribe to your network because you are parroting, an ideal that they are not agreeing with. Why can't it just remain a streaming service and just be a streaming service without being a political party alongside? And I think those are the key problems that Netflix needs to figure out and deal with. This thing is not working. We should see it already.
Real quick, we need to get back to
Rotus. Very quickly. So just aside from the political stuff, Netflix is facing more competition from Disney Plus, more competition from HBO Max, more competition from other streaming services. And also there's been some recent correlation with churn, which is the amount of people losses that they're facing from higher prices. So higher prices and more competition aside from the political stuff.
No. But that's not. I mean, at some point I subscribed to Amazon Prime, and I said, let me check that video content. It was terrible, right? That's
I stopped it.
I stopped it. It was terrible. It was totally useless video content for me, right? Makes absolutely no sense. So the competition is not just about new entrants, again, this new entrant too. Yes, of course.
I've got to stop you here, all right? Because first of all, we've run out of time. Second of all, we got messages.
Really?
Yes, really.
Yes, really.
Yes. So we got this one in. Yinka Bolu says, water, they say, naturally finds its level. Hence, we always knew Netflix was always going to find its true level. Why their share price jumped up? Because we're all locked up thanks to COVID. And Tukla says, I honestly believe Fisayo is no different. He's also biased when it comes to CNN. Trump was a terrible president who almost messed up the office. Of course, they will write against him. CNN will always bounce back. But when everything was about Trump at that point.
Well, Olutayo is also commenting on the show this morning. Modupe, I think, sent a message as well. He says, I beg. Okay, I think we've taken, I beg. It wasn't Trump that made even office in Nigeria. It wasn't Trump that made every office in Nigeria have CNN as their default TV station pre-2016. Your partisan views are a bit obvious, Fisayo. This isn't, oh my goodness.
Very obvious.
Oh,
And Sam from
But the
Iyana
data
Pada
shows
says,
it.
now it's Fisayo himself that's sounding like a political party.
Are you
And
kidding?
Fisayo,
Everyone's
you
saying the same
only
thing,
have
Fisayo.
Twitter to answer on because we've run out of time. In fact, overtime. So make sure you
Okay.
find him and question him on Twitter at Aremo Fisayo. And please drag Rotus into the conversation as well at Rotanko. Gentlemen, it's been a very, very talkative Business Express. Tech
Thank
Friday.
you so much.
Yeah, we'll do this again next Friday. Thanks, Fisayo. Thank you, Rotus. See you later.
Yeah.
And that
All
is that for